What's going on, guys? This is Coach Rob, and welcome to Hustle Hard Work. So it's been a while, but we're back. We're in 2022. I think it was around summertime, right before summer camp hit, that I stopped making videos, and it's been an amazing last couple of months. When it comes to making these videos, I gotta be in a certain vibe, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about vibe at the end. Vibes and frequencies. I've been real big on that because certain way that you feel, things that happen in your life and things that you experience every day gives you certain vibes, and you always want to produce a vibe, and you always want to be around good vibes, and live in harmony. But I've been working on a couple of things. I have Thunder, Tamiami, Hustle Hard Work, and a couple of things that I've been working on, a couple of new projects that I've been working on as well. But Thunder's entering its seventh competitive season, and I'm extremely excited. The teams that we have right now are very competitive, and we're not going to be doing any more tryouts. We're not going to be taking just registrations and adding more kids to our program. The idea is that Thunder's looking for specific kind of players, competitive players, and high level competitors, kids that are very committed, and they don't need to be the most skilled, but they do have to have hustle hard and hard work. We are defending champs last year. They came up short in the summer, but they competed. Those boys always going out there and playing against the best and representing the best. But I have no doubt that we're gonna come back and win that championship this year, the AAU World Championships. So class of 2023 and class of 2022, they're currently in high school juniors and seniors, and our former Thunder players, our Thunder alumni, they're out there and they're representing. Those boys are doing their thing. I'm extremely proud of those groups. We got players everywhere, and they're all playing amazing for their respective schools and their programs, and I'm just glad and honored that I've been able to be a part of their way. Even if it's a small part of their way, I'm honored to have been able to work with these kids, and seeing them play has been unbelievable. I'm looking forward to catching more high school games. I'm always extremely proud when I see these boys play, and we got a couple more, and hopefully I'll be out there catching more playoff games. But for Tamiami, we have our recreational league. We're actually starting up our winter league. Tamiami's has been great. That group of family, the community that we're building, that foundation that we're setting right now, it's unbelievable. The love that we felt during the pandemic when we were out there in Tropical Park, and then now we've been in Gibson Bethel. Tamiami now this year, they ran the fair in November, and they're gonna run the fair again in March. So we're gonna be back in there in May, but our home for the winter and the fall has been Gibson Bethel, and they've been amazing. The community of South Miami has been amazing, and I'm extremely grateful, and I look forward to continuing to develop that relationship and grow that South Miami program, because it's only going to make Tamiami bigger. So I'm very excited about that. We have an amazing group of coaches and amazing families that are all part of the Tamiami basketball program. So I'm looking forward to the spring. I got some really cool surprises that I want to share, but we'll wait till we get a little bit closer. As far as hustle hard work, so that's my like Coach Rob brand. I think hustle hard work, that's like my thing, like my mantra, it defines me. Everything that I do encompasses hustle hard work. So I think that's like that mother brand. Because Tamiami and Thunder ultimately both of those programs are so much bigger than me. Those are their own communities, and I'm honored to be a part of it, and I'm honored to lead. And I want to continue to grow that community to much bigger things. So I'm looking forward to that. There's also a new project that I'm working on that I'm very excited. It has to do with basketball as well, and I'm gonna make an announcement when that is ready. But it's a lot that I got going on, but it all works together because I try to make everything work with a synergy. I've told myself I can make things work as long as they fall in tune with what makes me happy. As long as I'm happy to do it, then I can do as much as I can, as long as it keeps me happy. What happens is when you become an entrepreneur in business, the business aspect of it takes the fun away, and then you start pursuing business opportunities, and you're not necessarily doing what you love anymore. You're just looking for business opportunities. So I'm focusing on what I'm loving, and all of these things have two things in common. It involves our youth, and it involves basketball. Those are my favorite things. Working with the kids, being a coach, being a mentor, being somebody that the kids look up to and respect, is super important, because I learned a lot from the kids, and they made me who I am today, and they continue to make me, and my own boys, I'm learning from every single day. But that's really cool. There's three things that I've been super curious about. The first thing is the metaverse. I'm super curious about the metaverse. Zuckerberg made that video about Meta and the change of Facebook and this online world. And you know, this online metaverse, this whole thing it's already happening. You know, with games like Roblox and NBA 2K, you know, you're really your own character in these virtual worlds, and it's so cool. The potential is unbelievable, and I'm super excited to talk about that more in detail. The other thing I'm super curious about recently is crypto and NFTs. You know, that whole digital world is fascinating, and I feel like we're at this ground level right now where anybody that's investing and making moves, it's going to pay off in ridiculous amount. But you also have to know what you're doing, because you could lose a ridiculous amount too. But it's definitely one of those things where if you're really learning about it, and you're in the forefront of it, then there's going to be a lot of pioneers and a lot of wealth that's going to be created through this digital era. And I'm excited, and I would like to be a part of the wealth, you know. You got to learn about it and make sure you do things correctly. And the last thing is space. You know, the stars, the moon. Every night I walk my dog, and every night I look into that sky, and it just is I'm in awe every time, you know, because the universe is just so massive, you know. And when we trickle it all the way down to who we are, and Earth, and humans, you know, we're really super tiny in this huge universe. So I'm fascinated to learn about that, and it's exciting that Elon wants to go to Mars and stuff. All of that stuff fascinates me, and who knows, maybe one day we'll get to visit Mars. I don't know. I think technology is moving quick. It might be possible. But the last thing I want to talk about is vibes. You know, I mentioned it at the beginning of the video. Vibes are super important. You know, I feel like life has frequencies, and you know, you always hear balance, balance, balance. But what I've learned is that it's not equal balance, because it can't be equal balance. You can't give everything your equal effort. You know, your equal time. It's just not realistic. So what happens is you kind of have to find that frequency of, okay, balance, you know, this much time with this and this much time with that, and finding those frequencies, and surrounding yourself with friends that fit in those frequencies, and make sure that your vibe, your personal vibe, is always in check. You always got to make sure that you feel good, you know, because when you feel good, now you're bringing a positive vibe everywhere you go. And I've never been much of a text or a phone call or email or anything like that, or even the video stuff. Like I'm more of a face to face. I like to talk to people in person, because you know, immediately I want to give you a good vibe, and ultimately I'm pretty good at judging vibes as well. But it's interesting. There's a lot of people that could judge vibes well, and then there's a lot of people that are numb to it. You know, and they're numb to it because they're either portraying a fake vibe themselves, or they don't realize that it's a bad vibe, you know. And a lot of times those people get taken advantage of. But I think through life and experiences, you learn to pick up on those vibes, and they talk about that gut feeling and things like that. Those are all vibes, and be in tune with yourself. That's number one. Always, you want to be good vibes. And I hope you guys get good vibes watching these videos. I look forward to making more, and I look forward to catching you guys soon. Remember, hustle hard, hard work.